Hi there, my name's Ruth from Holistic Yoga, and this is my son Gregor, who's very kindly agreed to come and do some yoga with me today. We're going to do some family yoga, so it should be things you can do together at home. Things you're going to need, you need to be in comfortable clothes that let you move freely. You're going to need a space where you're not going to bash into anything, especially sharp corners. We don't want any tables or anything nearby. And ideally, maybe your bare feet. Okay, so it helps you to grip the floor better. So you don't need a mat. If you have one, brilliant, but don't worry if you don't have one, your carpet will do just fine. So we're going to start sitting cross-legged, just like Gregor is just now. So find a wee spot and get comfortable. Okay, so we're just going to take 3 lovely big breaths here. So think about sitting tall, long spine. Think about a little thread from the top of your head that's gently pulling you up towards the ceiling. So take a big breath in through your nose, and then you're going to sigh it out through your mouth. So breathe in, and then sigh. Good. Let your shoulders ease down as you breathe out. Do 2 more like that. Good. 1 more. Good. It's nice to do that just to arrive on your mat and help you to feel a little bit relaxed. So I want you to take a few shoulder rolls, going back first of all, and then going forward. Good. And then you're going to interlace your fingers and move your little, your clenched fists there in little circles. And then we're going to do some waves with our hands. So we're doing this to prepare our hands and our wrists for when we're going to put weight on them. So once you've gone one way, go the other way. There's always one way that feels good and one way that feels kind of weird. Good. Now give those hands a big shake and just shake out all your silliness and all your excess energy, and then get yourself settled down. Now, I want you to pop your hands behind you and put your feet hip distance in front of you. Perfect. And you're going to windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. So just like the windscreen wipers on the car, taking the rain away, go side to side. This is nice for your hips, and it's going to waken up your legs a little bit. Good. Now come back to the centre. We're going to come to boat pose. So for boat pose, hands are behind you. And lift your chest, okay? From here, I want you to see if you can lift your feet off the floor. So you want this bottom part of your leg to be parallel with your mat or the floor. Good, okay. Now from here, you might be able to take your hands away from the floor and reach for your toes, but keep a nice straight back. This is boat pose. Now, if you find this is too much, put your hands back down. The great thing about yoga is there's always loads of choice. You can choose the way you want to do it. So if this doesn't feel good, put your hands back down. Now, if you want a wee bit more, I want you to get hold of your big toes. This is going to be a challenge for Gregor because he's got really tight hamstrings. And I want you to see if you can lengthen out your legs.
That's it.
No, it's not happening. That's okay. Good. 1 more breath there. And then out you come. Good. Now from here, I want you to come up to a squat position. So you're on your toes, and your fingertips are on the floor. Good. This will be good for the back of your legs, Gregor. So as you breathe in, I want you to lift your bottom, put your heels down, and see if you can straighten your legs a little bit. Don't worry if you have to keep your knees bent. Inhale as you put your bottom back down, squatting. Exhale as you lift. Heels down, explore where you can go with the back of those legs. If you've got tight hamstrings like Gregor, you're not going to be able to straighten, and that's okay. Now this is where little kids, if you're a younger little one, you're going to want to hop about like a frog. So while the adults are exploring their hamstrings, you can be being a frog, okay? So if you want to hop about, go for it. We're going to do 1 more. Lift. And then pop it back down. Good. Now I want you to plant your hands right under your shoulders and walk your feet back. We're going to come to plank pose. So for plank pose, you want your hips about in line with your shoulders, and you want to lift your belly button away from the floor. Press the floor away with your hands. If this is a lot for you, you're going to put your knees down. Okay, 1 more breath there. Good, nice strong posture. Now you're going to pop your knees down and lie down on your tummy. Good. So we're going to come to Cobra Pose now. Imagine you're a big slithery snake. You're going to put your hands underneath your shoulders and press the tops of your feet into the mat. So I'm pointing my toes, yeah? So when you breathe in, press your hands into the mat and lift your chest and your head and your belly away from the floor. Good. Come back down. Good. Now do 2 more. I want you to keep your elbows really close to your tummy, okay? Inhale, up you come. You can hiss like a snake if you feel like it. Down you come. Do 1 more. Good. Lift, lift, lift. Inhale. And then come back down. Good. Now from here, I want you to lift yourself up so you're on all 4s. And then you're going to take your knees wide and sit your bottom back on your heels. We're going to take a child's pose. Now option 1 is to make a pillow with your hands and pop your forehead on it. Or if you want to, you can lengthen out your arms and then take your forehead onto the floor. So that's up to you. Child's pose is a resting pose. It's really nice. So Gregor, I want you to see if you can ease your way down a bit further, get your forehead on the mat. Good. Now the grown-ups in the room, you might want to help your wee one a little bit here. I'm going to help my big one here, he's a big guy. So I'm going to give him a little press down. And this just helps to relax muscles and give you a nice stretch. Be gentle and always ask permission first. Are you okay if I give you a wee press down?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to put my hands on his lower back. He's going to take a big breath in. And then I'm gently going to press down. Give him a wee squash. You might even want to do one shoulder and opposite hip. Breathe in. Wee press down. Wee squash. And then the other way. 1 more. Good. Breathe out. Good. Gives you a wee extra stretch if you want to. Good. Alright. So from your child's pose, come back to all 4s. So we're going to move through some cat-cows. So for cat-cow, you want to make sure that you're in a nice stable position. So my wrist is right under my shoulder, my knees are right underneath my hips. That looks good. So cow pose, you look up. Send your tailbone up, have a big dip in your spine. Can you see that? So I'm looking up, big dip in the spine, and then as you breathe out, you're going to lift your belly button to the sky, take your chin to your chest, and press the floor away with your hands. Let's do a few more. So breathe in, look up, and then breathe out, lift your tummy up, arch your back like you're a frightened cat. Imagine it in a cartoon. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, curl it in. 1 more, looking up. And breathe out, lift your tummy. Good. Now come back to all 4s with a flat back. We're going to go to downward facing dog. So for this, I want you to make sure you've spread your fingers. You're going to tuck your toes and then lift your knees off the floor. And see if you can lift your hips back. And you want to come to an upside down V shape. Now don't worry if you can't straighten your knees. That's okay, your knees can be as bent as you need them to be, okay? But if you can, you want to gently press your heels down towards the floor. Good. Okay, you need to walk your feet in a little bit. Good. And then lift your hips. Good. Now, I want you to see if you can wag your tail. So take your tail side to side, give it a wag. Good job. Okay, now from here, we're going to lower our knees to the mat and step forward with 1 foot, doesn't matter which one, and then the other one. Keep your head down so you're bent forward. And then from here, we're going to come all the way up, make a big circle with the arms, reach up, and then come to standing. Good. Gregor, can you move back slightly for me? He's too tall for my camera. Okay, so I'm going to take you through a wee sun salutation. This is where we put a few poses together and you do as much or as little as you want to do. Alright? So Gregor, if you come back to the top of your mat for me, it's alright if your heavy head disappears a bit. So take a big breath in, make a big circle with your arms, and then as you breathe out, you're going to take a big dive down to the floor. all the way down. Fingertips come to the floor, and then you're going to walk your feet back so we're back in that plank pose we were in earlier. Nice strong plank. Put your knees down and lie down. Good. Now roll to that Cobra Pose, slithery snake. Exhale back down. And then shift yourself back to all fours, tuck the toes and go to downward facing dog. Remember, you don't have to straighten your legs. You can wag your tail here. And then look between the hands, and you're going to take a little walk forward. Back to the top, keep yourself folded forward, and then breathe in, draw a big circle with your arms, come up to standing. And then the hands come to the heart. Good, we're going to do it one more time, and I'm going to make it a little bit trickier at the end, but you can miss that bit out if you don't want to. So breathe in, big circle. Breathe out, swan dive, go down all the way to the floor. And then walk the feet back, plank pose. Nice and strong, knees down and lie down. Slithery snake, lift yourself up. And down you go. Brilliant. Come through all fours and tuck the toes, go to down dog. Now, wag your tail. And then this is the optional bit, so you can pop your knees down and miss this bit out if you want, or I want you to take your right foot and try to step it in between your hands. Good. Now if you can do that, we're going to do a few jump switches. Kids at school always like to do this. So it's quite energetic, so have a go if you fancy it. So from here I want you to jump and switch your feet. Ready? Okay. So ready? Go. Swap. Good. Keep going. Swap. And again. And again. Last one. Good job. Alright, step forward. And then up you come. Big breath in, draw a big circle. Breathe out, hands to heart. Good job. Alright. Now come to the middle of your mat, Gregor, for me. We're going to do a tree pose, okay? So from here, I want you to think about your feet being right underneath your hips. Make sure you lift and spread your toes. We're going to be a tree, so we want to have a good strong foundation in the earth. And then stand lovely and tall, bring your hands to your heart. Good. Now two options. Option one, I'm going to take one of your feet, I'm going to use my right foot, and I'm going to place it on top of my left. Okay, so that's option one. If you feel you're a bit of a wobbly tree, then you're going to stay here. If you want to go further, you're going to take that right foot and place it on your calf. Good, now think about everything growing up out of the ground, okay? Now remember, trees sway, so it's okay if you're swaying around a little bit. Hands can be here at your heart, or if you want to grow some branches, take your arms out. Keep your shoulders down. Now find something on the floor that's not moving to look at. That's going to help you balance. We call it your drishti. Good, now from here, I'm going to try and turn into an aeroplane. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. My right foot, the one that's on my calf, I'm going to lift it off my calf, and then I'm going to send it out behind me. And I'm going to tilt forward, press away through my back heel, and have big wings. Now the standing leg, my left leg can be a bit bent, that's fine. Lift your belly button and you're flying. Good, now bring that right foot back to the floor. Nice job, good. Shake it out. Well done. Now don't worry, the first few times you try this, you're probably going to wobble. You might even have a few falls. That's okay as long as you're safe, just take it easy. Left foot this time on top of right or on your calf, you choose. And then nice tall tree, hands at your heart. Now remember, you choose where you want to be. Nice calming pose this. Helps you to concentrate, helps your balance and your focus. Okay, and then from here we're going to see if we can turn this tree. Oh, I forgot to grow my branches. Grow your branches if you want to. Now one side of your body will be easier than the other. Almost always we're out of balance, so one side might be more challenging than the other. So hands back at your heart, or you can send yourself out into a big airplane, this side. Keep lifting your belly button, so you're using your core. Good. Make sure the whole body's active, spread your fingertips, big strong wings. and then come back to standing. Nice, well done, good for you. Okay, now have a wee sit down. We're going to do some partner poses. So it's nice if you're doing this as a family to do some things together. Now it's really important, two things. Firstly, that you keep one another safe, and secondly, that you communicate. So you'll notice Gregor and I will talk a lot about, does that feel okay? Do you need more? Do you need less? You must do the same, look after your partner. Okay, so we're going to start facing one another, bringing our feet together. Now, we tried this earlier, so Gregor's not a fan.
Nope.
But this is called the seesaw. So you're going to hold on to one another's wrists, and then you're going to see if you can straighten out your legs. Now Gregor, as I say, really tight hamstrings, okay? So go to where you can. I'm going to draw Gregor towards me. So I want you to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, I'm gently going to draw Gregor towards me. Is that enough?
Yep.
Okay. Take a couple of breaths. Okay, so when you exhale, sometimes there's a chance to go a little bit further, but your partner will tell you. Do you think you can go a bit further?
Oh, yeah.
Inhale and exhale. Is that enough?
Mm.
Okay. One more breath there, and then we're going to swap. Good, okay. Now I have more open hamstrings than Gregor, so I'm going to straighten my legs out. And I want you to take a big breath in, and Gregor's going to draw me towards him. Ready? Go. Go. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale and exhale. Draw me towards you again. Good. One more time. That's good, Gregor. That's me. Good, now relax. Okay, now from where you are, I want you to walk your bottom in, but keep your feet touching. So we're going to try a double boat. Remember boat that we did earlier? Same thing, holding on to your wrists. Okay, you okay? Alright, you're going to, feet are together. So this is stage 1. Stage 2, lift one set of feet, pressing the feet together, and then the other. Whoa, this got better in rehearsals. Okay, from here, see if you can straighten your legs.
That's a straight thing.
That's okay. So just straighten them as much as you can. This is your double boat. Our hands are slipping, so we're going to go out. Alright, okay. So we're going to do one more double one. What was the one we decided on? We're going to do the standing one, aren't we? Okay, so up you come. So this is a little trust exercise. You must trust one another and you must communicate with one another. So again, holding wrists, same idea. But we're going to stand with our feet parallel. Okay? And then from here, we're going to lean back. Now you must lean back at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, lean back. Good. Now from here, we're going to see if we can sit down. Good. Lean back more. That's it. Good. Nice. Okay, so one breath here. And then slowly come out. Good. That was better than rehearsals. Well done. Okay, we're going to have a wee lie down now. Okay, so this last pose is called Happy Baby. So you're going to lie on your back and you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. Now, I want you to send your feet up towards the ceiling, keeping the knees bent. Now, you may want to just hold on behind your thighs, that's absolutely fine, and draw the knees apart so you want nice wide legs. If it's available, you're going to hold on to your big toes. So if you imagine a baby on a changing mat, this is what they tend to do, so that's why it's called Happy Baby. So it's a nice stretch for the hips, and if it feels nice, you can have a little rock around here. Now, if you're a little bendy person, you may be able to lengthen one leg and then the other. Have a wee play around with that. Good. And then the last thing that we do in any yoga class is we always have a little relaxation at the end. So it's really important for this last bit that you're comfortable. So I want you to get anything that you feel you need. You may even pause this video. You can go and get a wee blanket, a pillow. You might want a little scarf over your face to block out the light. Would you like a blanket?
Yes.
You would? Okay. Didn't expect you to see that. I'll get you one. So usually it's called Shavasana, final relaxation, and it's usually done flat on your back. So I'll just get you to demonstrate. Feet wider than your hips and letting the feet flop out to the side. Good. Take your hands away from your body and turn the palms up. Okay, and then closing the eyes. There we go, get Gregor nice and cozy there. Okay. So just like we did at the start, Gregor's going to take 3 big breaths. So inhaling through the nose and big exhale through the mouth. So when you're ready, inhale. Big sigh. 2 more like that. Good, and each time you breathe out, imagine you're just settling into the floor. Last one. Good. Now, I want you to make sure your eyes are closed. Get yourself really comfortable. And just be aware of your body. Be aware of everywhere you're touching the floor. And see if you can relax and let yourself go. Now, I'm going to talk you through a short visualization. This is just to keep the mind quiet, let you relax a little bit. It can be done by adults and children. So in your mind, I want you to picture the number 10 and it's red. Now see the number 9, it's yellow. Number 8 is blue. Number 7 is green. Number 6 is white. Number 5 is purple. Number 4 is orange. Number 3 is pink. Number 2 is black. Number 1 is green. And then see the number 0, and it's rainbow coloured. It's every colour you could possibly imagine. So take a couple of moments. If you're all feeling nice and relaxed, you're welcome to stay on your mat for as long as you wish, or on your carpet, and just enjoy a little bit of quiet, a little bit of relaxation. But when you're ready, you're going to start to wiggle your fingers and you're going to wiggle your toes. I think Gregor's gone to sleep. Let your head rock from side to side. And then have a lovely big stretch. So really activate the whole body. Reach with the fingertips. Nice active arms. Press away with your feet. Wiggle your fingers. Just move any way that feels good. You might want to bring your knees in and give yourself a big squeeze. And then you're going to roll onto your side and sit up. Take your time. You okay?
Yeah.
Can you come and join me? Okay. You sleepy now? Okay, so at the end of any practice, you bring your hands to your heart and you bow your head. And we say Namaste, which means that the light in me, the person that I am, I acknowledge and I honour the light in you. So Namaste, everyone. Namaste, Gregor. Thank you for helping me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know. We'd love to do some more.